When our channel reached 50,000 subscribers, we polled our audience with a question: how should we celebrate? That included a couple of options like take a trip to Disneyland, which we're doing, update the photos for our channel cover and profile pictures, which we have yet to do, but that's coming up soon. We also posed the question in the poll of doing a getting to know you vlog series where we share a little bit more of the details about our family so that you as audience members could get to know us a little bit better. And the final option was the overwhelming winner, all of the above. So here you go. This is our Getting to Know You vlog series.
January 20th, 2011, Provo, Utah. My favorite food is pasta. My favorite color is pink and purple. My favorite book is Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. My favorite movie is The Nightmare Before Christmas. My favorite school subject is math.
How would you describe yourself in just a few words?
Strong and pretty.
I like that.
And brave. I like to play with my friends and my family.
What words would you use to describe Ella?
Tall, beautiful, and strong.
Cute, happy, and energetic.
Ella is confident. She is strong. She is a leader. She is lovely. I know I'm her mother, but I think she is striking and beautiful. She's awesome.
Caring, funny, and very energetic.
Ella is sweet and strong. She's a leader and she's a great friend.
With Ella, you would think that I had it all figured out with pregnancy and delivery, and we had 2 false starts where I had some contractions. They were pretty significant, and Jason and I loaded up in the van and had people come to take care of our children. And as we were driving to the hospital, my contractions kind of slowed or stopped. I went to the hospital twice. False alarm with Ella. And it was so embarrassing because as a mother, you just, I don't know, it's something, if you've ever had that experience where you've gone to the hospital and it wasn't quite time and they send you home, you just feel so embarrassed because you're so excited. You're looking forward to having the baby. And anyway, so I got sent home on 2 occasions with Ella. And then when I went to just a regular weekly checkup at the doctor's office, they said my blood pressure was high. Go to the hospital now. We're going to have you induced. We got over to the hospital probably between 10:30 and 11, and Ella was born at 12:45 in the afternoon. She was born in the middle of the day at a normal time. Because I can't remember these sorts of details, I just have never been good about it. Jason's work makes these special coins when a baby is born. They give everyone a special minted coin that looks like this. Kind of It's so special!
It's so special,
I dropped it. Anyway, it's a good thing it's in a plastic container, but it has this new arrival and it has the name of the baby and it tells their weight. And this is how I know how big Ella was when she was born. She was 7 pounds, 10 ounces, and she was 19.5 inches long. So that's how big Ella was. And I don't remember it because I know I've got it on a coin to help me if I ever needed to know how much she weighed. So how did Ella get her name? Ella's full name is Ella Park. We didn't give her a middle name because when I was growing up, I didn't have a middle name. Do you wish you had a middle name?
No.
No? You're okay with it? Sometimes when I was younger, I wished I had had a middle name. But anyway, Jason and I just looked at a website, seriously, of girls' names. We read through just about every name you could think of, and as we looked at them together, we compiled a list on a little sticky note of about 6 names that we really liked, that both of us agreed on. And then I kept that sticky note on my bedside table for a while. And then Ella kept coming to the top of that. We just liked that name a whole lot. And we looked up somewhere, the meaning of the name was beautiful fairy. And doesn't that fit? So it's appropriate. Here's an interesting story from Ella's childhood that kind of helps you get to know her a little bit. She's always had an adventurous spirit, and when she first started walking, she went straight to climbing. She would climb up onto a chair to get up onto the kitchen table, and one time as she was climbing on the table, she was faced backwards in the chair with her hands holding the back of the chair, and it tipped over. It fell forward, and her hands were holding on as it hit the ground. She was screaming and crying about that, and I was trying to hold her and console her. I looked down and it looked like it had broken the fingernail, split it. But then Jason was kind of cleaning up some blood in the kitchen and stuff, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" And she had severed the tip of her finger. Her left hand ring finger had completely come off, which was so bizarre. And so the broken fingernail that I thought I could see underneath the bleeding was actually a bone sticking out. So Ella broke her finger, severed the tip off. We rushed her to the emergency room with the little fingertip on ice. They could not reattach the blood vessels and such, but they went ahead and sewed the tip back on the finger and used that kind of as a little bandage as the finger would heal underneath. And after time, it just kind of sloughed off, and we had no idea what the end result would be from that experience, and the doctor didn't know either. When the tip came off, a brand new fingernail was growing underneath. So I kind of felt like Ella's a little gecko. You know how, have you ever seen those geckos that
if their tail comes
they lose
out,
their tail and
it grows back.
yeah. So she's like a little gecko. And another thing we learned that night was she has an incredibly fast metabolism. They had put her on some anesthesia, and before they'd even finished the process, her little body had just kind of burned through it already. Kind of crazy, crazy story. She doesn't remember that. I remember it. It was one of those terrifying mother moments, but in the end, all ended well. And her finger's just fine. You can hardly tell that she lost her whole tip of her finger and fingernail. Another thing about Ella, as she was growing up, she would always chase Garrett around. She followed him around everywhere. I have this vivid memory of us going to Laguna Beach and Garrett digging in the sand in one location and Ella following him up to the shore and digging a hole, and then he'd run off to do something else, and she followed him, toddled along behind him, chased the waves with him. They've always had a really special relationship with each other and been very good friends and playmates for each other. Ella has been a very good sport to be the youngest of 4 children and the only girl, and she, even from the very beginning, never showed any sense of fear. Even though she had bigger brothers, she was never afraid to stand up to them. She's kind of feisty. She stands up for herself. Sometimes I call her spicy, but I mean that in a good way. Like, you add a lot of flavor to our family and a lot of kick. And you're beautiful. Spicy beautiful.
I like Ella.
You like Ella?
Yeah, and then get.
Should we?
Oh, there's Paula for you, Mom.
Yeah. Should we keep her?
Well, Bo, what do you think?
Go over there, Brev.
Should we bring her? Should we bring her home?
Can I hold her? Oh, Ella. What's this for?
It's a bow in her
Her
hair.
bow.
I wanna hold her.
You can.
Hey, has
Just
she?
a second.
Did she cry when she came out?
This is Garrett holding her.
Did one of the noses put the bow in her head?
Hello, Ella. Hi. Did you sleep good last night? Oh.
Let's stop that.
fire burns down and the embers slow.
What the heck?
Wow, look at that. Ready? Go. Say yogurt. Ella, are you gonna jump?
She's too busy eating.
Jump.
That is so cool, but it's cold.
Say cheese. There you go. Oh, good job. Did you sit down? Stay where? Look at me. Smile, dudes. I love you. Don't look at me. Just look at me. This is not focusing. Hello, piggy. Ella. Oh, you were buried. There she goes. Uh-oh. Whoa, Ella! Woo! Yeah, only Ella can fit in there.
I want to see. Hold on.
Let's just keep going down the bottom. Boy, she sure let you know.
Oh, it's a fish! Yes, I got my own fish! I got my own fish! Oh, there's a struggle fish!
Okay, bring it up. Hold your pole up. Nice.
I got my own fish! Whoa! I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sorry, Ella. Ella, you okay? You totally ran me over.
It's cold!
land on her head, okay?
You okay?
And hold it still. Oh, you gotta turn. Ow.
Are we two ready? Get back, children. Get back, children. Walk. Jump. Nicely done. Back to the head. Yes, you were too.
You going over?
I saw a rat. Granny comes back. A rat? My breakfast there.
What should we have him say?
Jason, so handsome.
Yeah.
Get set, go.
Thanks for getting to know me today. Bye.